I am here in Medjugorje, and I'm with, what's your name?
Gloria.
Where are you from?
I'm from Nanaimo, British Columbia, so Vancouver Island.
And you said around 9 years ago the story with Medjugorje started. What happened?
9 years ago, I prayed a rosary, and I asked for I asked for a rose, and I never got it. And so I decided to up the ante, and I said I wanted to have a bouquet of flowers. And I said the rosary better this time. And a few days later, my sister and I went to visit my mother in the care home. We took her outside by the fountain, and we sat on a side that we don't normally sit on, and there was nobody else there. I looked down the bench, the crack of the bench, and I saw a little white cloth. And I put my finger down and I pulled it up, and it was perfectly white and it's square, and it said, "If you knew how much I love you, you would weep with joy." And Mary had a garland of flowers around her neck, and the risen cross was in the back, and it said Medjugorje on it. Yeah, and so I'm thinking, wow, this is like, I've got something, right? And yeah, so that was kind of the start of this whole Medjugorje. I think that connection somehow.
Because first of all, you said your sister talked about it and said, no, I don't believe.
Yeah, I didn't believe. I thought it was hokey and pokey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
But I wasn't in my faith at that time, and I was
more cynical. You said, come on,
yeah,
stop you Catholics.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because people talk about things, and you know what I mean, like it's just fake or whatever, so I didn't believe it. I didn't understand it. Yeah,
so these little signs came on the way,
yeah,
you said,
I believe so.
over and over.
Yeah.
And then you started to read the book by Miriana Soldo.
Yeah,
one of
somebody
the
handed me that book at church one time. She didn't know anything about my story about, the cloth that I found and everything like that. So that was interesting, and I read the book, and I was really quite intrigued. And yeah.
That's unbelievable. Like you had more signs to come on the way.
More signs, yes.
What
And then
were these signs?
I saw a picture of a beautiful rosary that was light blue hearts on it. It was on a Facebook post or something, and I said, man, I really like that. I want that. And then I never thought anything of it. And I don't know how much time went by, but I went to Mass, and we were doing the rosary, and I said to my friend, do you have an extra rosary? Because I don't have mine. And I only had one rosary at the time. Now I have a whole bunch.
We'll come to that later.
Yeah, I got it. So I said, I'd really like to, I said, my friend, do you have an extra rosary I can borrow? So she pulled out one from her bag, and it was in a little sachet. And she said, you know what, you can keep this, Gloria. And I said, okay. I opened it up, little blue hearts on it, and it said Medjugorje. The picture
Again.
of Blessed Virgin Mary. Yes. And I'm thinking, wow, there's something to this. And of course, I'm getting more intrigued all the time with Medjugorje. So, yep.
And then you said you did not have the money to come here. How did that happen that you come here now?
Okay. I was talking to my friends who've been here a couple times, and one of my friends lives here, and he introduced me to his friend Brennan, who just became Catholic. And so I only met him about 3 times. And he offered me a ride home. No, sorry, I'm going to back up the bus. On February 9th of this year, I was kind of thinking, why don't I get to go to Medjugorje? I've been praying about it. What's up, right? So I said to Mary, I said, Blessed Mother, if you really want me to come to Medjugorje, you're going to have to find a way or somebody to pay for me, because I don't have any money. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, Mother. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mother. Sorry, Jesus. But the very next day at church, I met with Brennan, the guy I just met from Ryan. And after Mass, he says to me like this, do you want to ride home? And I said, sure, I'll take a ride home, because I usually take buses. And then as we go into the back of the church, our other friends were there talking about their trip to Medjugorje coming up in May. And he was supposed to come at Easter. That plans didn't work out. But so anyways, we get into his car, and I said, oh, you guys are so blessed. You're so lucky to be going to Medjugorje. You're so lucky. He says, Gloria, how come you don't go to Medjugorje? And I said, I can't afford it. He said, without skipping a beat, he said, I'll pay for your trip. Yeah. I was in so much shock. I'm like, I can't understand this. I can't believe it. It was about 13 hours after I prayed to Mary. Yeah. And I said, Brennan, I hardly even know you. He's like, that doesn't matter. And then when I told him the story, what happened from my prayer, he said, "Oh, I got goosebumps." So it was something came over him too, right? Yep, he got goosebumps telling my story because he told me that there was a situation in his life that he had a calling, something about Jesus was told him how he wants him to live his life. And I felt like I was sort of a recipient to that, you know, helping. I don't really know exactly what the story was, but so here I am in Medjugorje, lovely Medjugorje. I love it here.
You are here a week now. You leave tomorrow. And what is the experience actually being here now?
Oh, everything's been so wonderful. I met some really lovely people here. Oh my gosh. And normally I'm not a person that goes out by myself and does things by myself, but here I feel so comfortable and I can just talk to anybody. I hug everybody, even if they don't speak my language. It's awesome. And I was really concerned about climbing Cross Mountain. We did it yesterday. Yes. I made it all the way to the top. I prayed to Jesus and I told Mary, please hold my hand up that hill and help me. And it was beautiful. I'm not even sore today, I thought for sure, because I'm not really in that great a shape, right? I'm thinking I'm going to be so sore tomorrow, but no.
And how was the experience being up Cross
Oh
Mountain?
my gosh. Heavenly.
Heavenly.
It was beautiful. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Jesus has been so good to me. I said to him one time, sorry, Jesus, why are you giving me all of these gifts? Like, why am I so fortunate? There's a lot of things that happened like a year before. And I went up to my bedroom and I was just crying and I shut my eyes and all I saw was the word trust in big white letters. That was trust. So I'm telling everybody, trust in God. Trust. When you ask for something, trust that it's going to happen. That's kind of my message. And I want to go spread the word when I get back to Nanaimo.
That's what I wanted to ask. You know, a friend of mine, she had a dream and Jesus asked her in the dream, what are you doing for me? And what do you want to do for him now?
That's what I want to do.
To spread the trust, the divine will that you have to ask and you will receive. I believe the same thing, you know, it happened to me over and over. It's a new lifestyle. We have to get to that lifestyle, right?
Yeah. I work at Walmart in Nanaimo, and I just started making prayer lists a couple of years ago, but I didn't know how long I was doing it. So I said, somebody asked me, how long have you been, like, say somebody comes to my till, and I said, oh, how are you today? And they say, well, my arthritis is acting up. And I said, oh, can I get your name? I'd like to pray for you. And they say, okay, my name is such and such. So I've been praying for people. Been doing that, I didn't know at the time, I didn't know how long. And then somebody asked me, how long have you been doing that, Gloria? And I said, I don't really know. So anyways, I go to Mass with a friend of mine. She introduces me to this lady. And this lady says to me, I know you. I came through your till 2 years ago. You told me you were going to pray for my daughter. And she said, your prayer were answered. So my answer was answered because now I know it's 2 years. And then I was always asking Jesus, do you even hear my prayers? And then when she said that he answered me from that one lady, you know? So I'm feeling so blessed. I get very emotional when I think about how much Jesus loves me.
How much he loves us. We don't grasp the love, you know? We limit him with our thinking. No?
Absolutely. And I still have to be poked, you know, I still get negative thoughts and, you know, that's not going to work. But then I have to say, look at Jesus, look at the cross, look at what he's done for us. You know what I mean?
You know what I learned, lady, what you can say as well when you doubt? You can say, I believe not in the God of doubt, I believe in the God of taking care of me, who is a good father. You can replace it. Because every second we choose who we serve. Doubt is again the other side. And we serve the faithful God, the loving God, who is caring every aspect of our lives. You saw it, no? You are here in Medjugorje, half the world around from Canada.
I still, honestly, I've been here, 9 days, and I still can't believe I'm here. It's just,
you are?
Pinch me. It's such a blessing.
And what is your favorite spot here in Medjugorje?
What's my favorite spot? Well, I love the Apparition Hill, and I love the Cross Mountain. Because I feel like that was, it was almost like a testament to me of my faith. And I had to trust in the Lord to help me get up the mountain. My friends helped me. They were so great. Awesome. Kathy and Brian helped me up the hill. very supportive, and I just can't thank everybody enough. All these people made this trip work for me.
Beautiful.
And I feel sad because I'm making so many beautiful friends here. I love them all.
But you can keep them now in prayer.
Yes.
You can stay in contact.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have something
talk
going.
About Medjugorje,
Yeah. I'm trying to get my priest on board because our priest at our church, he likes to do the pilgrimages with the youth, and I'm hoping this is going to be my prayer that we can get Father Harrison here with a group of young people. We have a beautiful church. We got a lot of young people coming into the church.
Really?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yep. He's doing such a wonderful job, and I don't know. I find that the younger people are getting more pious, and some of the older people get more relaxed, get more complacent. But the younger people are starting to wear their veils and singing those like really nice those those songs that not our language. What language is that? Anyways, beautiful.
In
beautiful.
Latin?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. And so your favorite spot is here, you said?
I think my favorite would probably be Apparition Hill.
Apparition Hill. Our Lady sitting in front of Our Lady.
Because that's kind of the first introduction. She's the one that got me here. Do you know what I mean? I said to Mary, actually before I prayed about coming to Medjugorje, I said, Blessed Mother, I want to get closer to you. Like everybody else seems so close to her, and I was feeling so not so close. And then I said, I want you to bring me closer to your son. And then I prayed about coming here, and then bingo bango, right?
Here you are. Heartfelt prayers. She's asking of heartfelt prayers. When you pray from the heart, everything is fine.
I just can't wait to share all of this stuff with other people. You know what I mean? This is my heart. I find it really hard to talk about anything else but God.
But it's good. You're passionate.
Yeah.
And what does Jesus say? The one who talks on earth about me, I will talk in heaven about you.
That's so
That's
nice.
what he says.
I never
if you
heard that
deny
before.
me on earth, you will be denied in heaven. He's saying that in the Bible, no?
Yeah.
You know the Bible scripture, no? You got a
Well, I don't
Bible?
know, but ooh.
Something from the heart. You don't have to know it exactly, just the idea.
There was something I was thinking about today, and now it's just slipped my mind. And I wanted to actually get it on a t-shirt. I was thinking I want to get some kind of thing on a t-shirt. Where I'm from, we have a lot of secularism. We have a lot of the new agey stuff going on. But whenever I get an opportunity to talk about, that's why I like wearing my sacramentals, because people, my Lady of Guadalupe, and they go, that's
miraculous medal, Saint Benedict medal, I see, fantastic.
And I feel like that's a conversation piece. Sometimes people go, oh, what's that? That's so beautiful. I go, oh, you don't know about Our Lady of Guadalupe and Juan Diego?
I don't know this one.
Yeah. I love to do that, right?
Yes,
because then they kind of ask the question, and now in a way they're kind of have to listen. Gotcha. But yeah.
What is your favorite medal? You have one you want to talk about now?
My favorite?
Yes.
I actually really love Our Lady of Guadalupe.
And what is the medal about? I don't know this medal.
Oh, Our Lady of Guadalupe?
I know Our Lady of Guadalupe, but the medal, I don't know. It's just to remind
This isn't really a medal. This is just a necklace that my niece got for me for Christmas.
And you tell the people the story of Our Lady.
Yes.
No?
I said, have you not heard of Juan Diego?
Yeah, good.
Oh my goodness, you should look it up. Like, they get curious. Mm-hmm. And some people come to my till and they say, you know what, I used to be a Catholic, and I said, no. Once a Catholic, always a Catholic.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
A non-practicing Catholic is not existing.
No, exactly.
What is the Holy Mass for you?
That's a good question.
You go often,
Mass.
no?
Pardon me?
You go often to Mass?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm starting to go more. At first, I used to make fun of my sister, like, why are you going to Mass all the time? Like, I don't even get it now.
It's you.
When people saying that to me, why are you going to Mass all the time? But I really love it. I love the peacefulness of it, and I just feel so much joy. I just feel so much joy. And
Jesus is present.
This is one of the main reasons why I wanted to come to Medjugorje as well, because I said to somebody, like, before I used to want to come to Medjugorje to see miracles of the sun or whatever people see, right? Mm-hmm. But this time I wanted just to feel the peace. And the first day I got here, I felt so much peace. I tried to worry. I couldn't worry. Mm-hmm. That's not me. I'm a worrier, right?
Me too.
So I'm thinking, what am I going? I need to worry about something. I need to worry about something. Nothing would come to me.
Come up.
Yeah.
That's Our Lady, Queen of Peace in Medjugorje.
Yeah.
And confession. What is confession for you? And what would you tell people? Why go to confession?
Confession to me is like my spirit gets healed, and sometimes you get in a little trouble when I go. My priest called me a little scrupulous sometimes, but I feel like when you have a little bit of sin on your soul, it weighs you down. Do you know what I mean? And then I feel like, that irks me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So I'm trying to be more aware of my actions and my things that I do and the things that I don't do. Because one time I was waiting for a bus and some lady walked by and she was old and I had to go to church, and I thought, well, maybe I should help her, but I'm going to miss my bus. So I was, you know what I mean? And when I got to Mass, I went to confession and I said, Father, I had an opportunity to help this lady, but I chose to just get the bus. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think about those kind of things. It makes you more aware, I believe,
But you know what I do? I ask the Holy Spirit, is it to me to go there now, or should I take the bus? And you let yourself literally walk by Christ.
Yeah.
If you should be, you would be with. And don't judge yourself too hard on this stuff.
No.
Because we are warriors, we worry that did I do right, wrong, or you ask the Holy Spirit and you get more secure than, because if you listen to the voice, it will tell you what to do. So be there.
And you got to learn to not let other people pull you back down, because I feel like I'm sometimes an easy pull down, you know what I mean? Because they'll say, why do you do this so much? Why do you pray so much? Or you get the feeling that they think you're competing with them, but you're not. You're just so happy you're so joyful.
Yes.
Right? And I was actually feeling something about church when I was at my Mass in St. Peter's in Nanaimo. This one young girl said to me, and she's quite quiet, but I was walking out of Mass and she said, she goes, there's something. She goes, I work at Walmart. She's like, and you have to deal with people all day, and you always look so happy. And I feel like you're just showing my joy to people. And a lot of people here said that too. So I'm thinking they were calling me Medjugorje.
Beautiful. That's what Mother Teresa of Calcutta says. Share your smile, share your joy.
Yeah.
You can share it endlessly. A dollar note, you can share as much as dollar notes you have, but a smile you can share.
Yeah.
And people look for a smile.
Yeah.
Sometimes I saw it here in the church, I was a bit down, and somebody came up, gave me a smile, hey Tom.
Yeah.
And that lifts you up, and just a recognition, a smile. No?
It is absolutely.
Unbelievable, beautiful. And what would you tell people, why come to Medjugorje one time?
Well, I come to Medjugorje because I believe that this is the closest place to heaven that you're ever going to get on earth. And you feel
that presence.
You feel the presence, you feel the peace, and you feel the love, All you have to do is open a conversation with somebody, and I'm hugging everybody, people in the shops, like, nice to meet you, just to provide a little trinket, So, I don't know, it's so joyful.
And I think this is the solution to the problems in the world. It's all about division, and you hug, you bring together.
Yeah, and I don't see people sitting with their phones on the table like you go back home and everybody's got, nobody's communicating.
Yes.
So there's so much communication here. I don't feel scared about being out here late at night by myself. I really don't, and it's peaceful. Yes. You feel that. You feel something. Even when I look at the clouds, sometimes you just see. It just feels different. Yeah. I was telling my friends when they were driving me, and look at the sky. I mean, they've seen it a lot, but I'm thinking I'm just so excited. Like, it just feels different. It really does.
More peaceful, more joyful, no worries.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everybody that's helped me put this trip together and do all this stuff for me. Blessed Virgin Mary, thank you very much. Jesus, thank you.
And what is the Our Lady now for our Protestant friends?
Pardon me?
Why Our Lady? Why is she so beautiful? Why?
Because of love.
Yeah?
She said that she is beautiful because she loves. Yeah. Right? Because when you do see people with a smile, you feel like they're beautiful, even if they're not. Well, you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
They
have an aura.
Yeah, it is, because there's a joy, and there's this. I radiate towards people like that.
Yes, beautiful.
You know what I mean? And honestly, now I used to be like sort of judgmental of people, and I still, it's still hard sometimes.
But you know what you do there? I'm as well. I go like, I'm not serving the God of judgment. I'm serving the God of love, of adoption, and not of judgment. Because we have every time to make this decision. When these thoughts come up, say, no, I'm not serving this God. I'm serving a God of love and mercy, and not judgment. And you can pray for the person.
That's what I do now. I can be on the bus, and you see all sorts on the bus, and I just said, oh, Hail Mary and Our Father, and glory be. And I feel like, thank you, Lord, because...
And you feel more happy as well, no?
Yeah, because, you got those little demons poking at you, saying you're supposed to act like this, you're supposed to be like this. You know what I mean? But I see a lot of changes in myself, which is really good.
Yeah, me too. If we enter that way, with Our Lady, the Rosary prayer.
And we have to forgive ourselves, because I've been out of the church for a while before that. So it's, you're constantly beating yourself up, but don't beat yourself up, because God knows our heart, Exactly.
Our attention, you were honest, you didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But you found your way through the honesty.
Yeah. I think I was selfish, and I just didn't really want to put God first. There was a thing that somebody said, instead of their God's free will, they want their self-will.
Yeah, that's
so they're creating themselves. We have a lot of that happening, and it's hard to see, especially with the young children. But I pray for them all the time, because there's a lot of things.
Prayer. Yeah. You saw it yourself.
You don't see much of that around here. It's so much different. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to judge the people.
There's just an observation. What you see.
There's a push for things in the world that.
Did you see in your life as well? If you live with intention, Thy will be done, that you are more happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more in peace with yourself. Not listening to the ego, but Thy will be done.
Yeah. And you got to listen to God, because there's sometimes you feel like there's kind of like a message tonight when I was. Better not say it. I don't want to sound judgy.
But how is how can they have this relationship? What should they do? Like this personal relationship with Our Lady?
Well, I think you got to start slow, because if you put too much on your plate, sometimes that can overwhelm you, and then I can't do it, because I start putting too many prayers on my list, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm so tired.
It's too much.
I'm doing all these prayers. You don't have to do all that stuff. Most important thing is the Mass, and being reverent in church. Praying for your loved ones. I mean, I don't even know what to say. There's just so much.
Just living from the heart, no?
Yeah.
We don't have to. God doesn't want any works. He said, "I want your love. I want your heart, not your sacrifices."
Yep. Every time I actually sort of let my guard down and let Jesus, let God. You know what I mean? And it worked. When I'm trying to hold it back, it doesn't work. And then I'm frustrated and thinking, God doesn't care about me, He doesn't love me, but yes, He does. I'm not letting Him, right?
And what would you tell, I like this question, it's from another channel, a guy asking this question, what would you tell your younger self, 18 years old, out of your experiences now? What would you give him as her?
Listen to your mother.
Listen to your mother, heavenly mother and earthly mother. Yeah?
Yeah, all of those things that you did wrong as a teenager, and oh, that's just silly stuff. Oh, don't preach to me, yeah.
But now you understand what your mother wanted to tell you about the Catholic faith.
Yeah. We grew up in the Catholic Church. We had the nuns and the priests. And sometimes that bothers me, because when people, really go after the priests, all the priests were ever good to us. They were always so good to us. They took us to the beach, because my mom didn't have the means to do all this stuff. They took us to buy winter jackets. I have such a fond memory of all the priests, but I mean, I'm not saying everybody didn't have their experiences, whatever, but there's like some bad apples, but the most of them are the really good priests.
You made same experience.
Yeah.
It's totally exaggerated. The Catholic priests are good priests, and we need to pray for them.
Yeah. Well, the Catholic Church has been picked on, you know what I mean? Because it happens everywhere, but not that that's okay. But
I think also we have to pray for politicians. These days we are always talking bad about politicians.
Yeah, that's true.
Before we all prayed in church for them. Now it's all about division. Yeah. We have to pray for these people.
That's the whole part of it. That's the whole thing that's about division. Everybody's divided. You don't even know who to trust, right?
Exactly.
But when you come here, you trust in God.
Yeah.
And everything will work out, right? If you just trust in all these other superficial things, it's not going to work out.
And that
doesn't matter what you think,
That's your mission now, to say trust.
Yeah.
What can I say? Thank you for this beautiful interview.
Oh, thank you, Tom. It was so nice to meet you. God bless.